Hello, guys. Welcome to the Premier League Punters show. Just the two of us today. I was thinking, should I call someone else? Should I get another? I thought, nah. Let's just me and Flash hang out for the next half an hour, discuss our picks. And I think it's quite nice sometimes when it's just like the two of you. How are you doing, Flash?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm getting a bit confident here. I've been promoted to half a big screen.
Yeah, exactly. We've got to fit you in there, Flash. Yes, you're doing very well. I think just one of your picks lost. How many units did you make? You're up now 30 units of profit. You did very,
Yeah,
very well.
I think it was like 4.8. But I remember I did say that I thought that the Liverpool Chelsea game would be 0-0 on the hour, and I think they made the breakthrough around 51.
Yeah.
So I was looking to maybe cash out just after the hour or take a view on it,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, it didn't quite work out. But the nap came in, and the good thing is also that on the show last week, and this is a little bit of a pat on the back for myself, is I was sure that Fulham would get something out of the Fulham Everton game.
Mm.
I knew, and I also thought that Newcastle and Leicester would be very tight. These are games I didn't play, but they did. They turned out the way I thought they would. So you don't mind that sometimes. In fact, you get a bigger kick out of it because you know that even the games you're not picking or you're not playing, you've got a right read. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, Champions League taking place right now. Any thoughts on the matches before we kick off? In case any of our viewers quickly want to know. Obviously, I did a video on Monday. Do you have a play?
No, not really. I mean, I think if you're a brave boy, you'd probably go with Spurs to qualify. I think that
Oof.
there could be a draw.
Hmm.
Man City Spurs. Um, no, I think my next decent play is Napoli to beat Arsenal tomorrow night.
Oof. Really? Alrighty. I'm on Porto Liverpool. I'm on Alex Classic 2.2. Both teams scoring over 2.5 goals. And yeah, Man City, Tottenham, a bit more difficult. I know what you mean about Tottenham. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, they play them next week as well. Anyway, let us crack on. Let us run through the matches. Also, at the end, Flash has got a 5-team ACCA and also a couple of single bets as well from the lower leagues. You guys might be interested in listening to. All right, so which brings us to Manchester City versus Tottenham. Now, obviously, they are playing. They literally have just kicked off. So they're playing right now. For I don't know. For that reason, I'm going to hold until obviously until I see the match. Do you have any leans, plays, anything like that? Man City 1.34, draw 6, Tottenham 10.
No, no leans. I think Man City will win the game. It's how they win the game. So for me, I'm going to pass it because it's very tough to find decent value in Man City games. Yes, they win, but the thing is with Man City, you could even go like Man City in under 3.5, under 4.5. But if they get the ball rolling,
Yeah.
that they could score 5. You know, so I think it's just a watching brief. But I see Man City winning.
Yeah, yeah, I do as well, to be honest with you, at home. Obviously, Tottenham, 3 back-to-back wins, but that's been at their new stadium. Lost the last 2 matches on the road, 2-1 Saints, 2-1 Liverpool. So, yeah, I think Man City is how they win. I was looking Man City in the under 4.5 goals, 1.83, but I sort of echoing what you're thinking there. If they do get on a roll, we could see if this could be goal heavy, possibly Alex Classic there. Both teams scored over 2.5 goals. All right, Bournemouth versus Fulham now. Bournemouth 1.69, draw 4.3, and Fulham 5.2. Very low price, I think, for Bournemouth 1.69. Obviously, Fulham have been relegated, but sometimes when they have nothing to lose, they can be a little bit deadly. What do you like?
No, again, this is another game exactly for what you just said, and there's the reason I left Fulham alone last week. I thought they'd play with a freedom. Remember,
Mm,
Everton were the form side going into the game, but these players now, the only thing they've got to play for is to catch the eye of a Premier League club, because for the next 4 or 5 weeks, yeah, they've got Premier League status, but they're already in the Championship. So yeah, I mean, it's a game where, apart from Bournemouth going and beating Brighton, Brighton are probably the worst side in the league at the moment,
yeah.
outside of the sides that have already been relegated. So, would you trust them on the back of a 5? No. Do you think they could probably win it? Yeah, because they're at home. But at 1.6 something, no, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. So another pass then for you.
Another pass.
Yeah,
I've got plenty plays.
yeah. No, no, I'm not. Passing again, Flash. No, I'll just say, yeah, I'm looking at Bournemouth at the over 1.5 goals. But again, like you said, Fulham have this freedom now, and I think can be a little deadly with that in mind. Bournemouth, though, in the over 1.5 goals, 1.91. I do like that one. Right now, it is a lean. That's what I'm looking at. All right, Huddersfield versus Watford. Watford 1.86, draw 3.8, Huddersfield 4.75. The same obviously can't be said about Huddersfield. They don't seem to have relaxed after being the first to be relegated. Watford win on the road 1.86, Huddersfield 4.75 there. Watford on the road, what do you think?
No, Troy Deeney. Troy Deeney got sent off this week against. He's the talisman. He holds the ball up. He brings everyone into play. And there's a reason. This is another pass for me. And you've picked my free passes very early on in the piece. But it's because of the Wembley factor. I think that at home they won't get away with it, so they'll be up for it, and the crowd will get them going like they did the other night. They were very good against Arsenal, even with 10 men. But I'm just not sure how they'll be on the road. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to come in that's going to hold the ball up. I could see this being a drab 0-0, or I could even see Huddersfield nicking it 1-0.
Really?
It's certainly not. Yeah, exactly. So you don't really, when someone says to you, I think Huddersfield can win, you wouldn't really expect someone to say, yeah, I'm going to play Huddersfield to win. So got to leave it.
Interesting. I thinking as well, obviously, it's Huddersfield's second to last match at home. They do have nothing to lose, but in front of their fans, last two Premier League matches at home. I was looking at both teams to score on this one, 1.77. Odds are low. Possibly Watford and both teams to score, 3.75. But you think without their key player there, taking the Watford punt is not a good idea?
Well, no, and certainly wouldn't go with both teams to score when you've got Huddersfield 0, which is obviously their new name, and you've then got the Watford goal scorer, talisman, leader, captain suspended. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to then find out where the goals have come from. Don't get me wrong, Watford have got goals in them, but I just don't know how up for it they're going to be.
Yeah. I'm just posting low league article on Odds Market. There you go. All right. So next one, West Ham versus Leicester. By the way, Man City has just scored a couple of minutes ago. I don't know if you've got it. Somebody.
I think Spurs may have just equalised.
Oh, really?
Maybe I've just heard it in the background. I'm not watching it, obviously, but
no,
I think Son
I've
might
just
have got
got
a
it
goal
on
back.
live score. Damn, I need to work out a different time for my show next season. I'll be like, oh, it falls under the wrong time. All right, West Ham versus Leicester now. Leicester 2.3, West Ham 3.4, and the draw 3.5. West Ham obviously entering on the back of 3 losses. They've got 4 losses, 2 wins in their last 6 matches. And then obviously Leicester, they've got quite a bit to play for at the moment. They're fighting to keep 7th spot. Leicester are on the road, but I'm looking at their win there, 2.3. What are you thinking?
I'm going for West Ham. I'm going for West Ham at 3.4.
Oh,
I think they're way overpriced. They're probably 1.6 points overpriced against a side like Leicester, who I can't remember last time they kept a clean sheet. They do go on the front foot at home, West Ham. The fans don't let them ease off. So for me, I've got to be with West Ham.
Well, I don't like being head to head with you, that's for sure. But I've got to go with what I'm going with. I'm on the.
I know, but you got to look at the value, surely. I mean,
I think there's value though on Leicester. I think
Leicester
are looking at the better team. They have more to play for. I don't think West Ham are in a very good state at the moment. To be honest with you, so maybe the value, but I think Leicester.
I couldn't agree more. No, honestly, Nat, when you're going down that road, I couldn't agree more. But West Ham should be 2.6 top whack. They're 3.4. You know, it's like massive.
Yeah, I hear your point there, but I'm on Leicester head to head.
Okay.
Let's see. Probably
We'll
going to be a
look forward to
draw.
next week.
Probably going to be a draw. No one's going to win. All right. Wolves versus Brighton now. Wolves 1.8, draw 3.6, and Brighton 5.75. Obviously, Brighton in line to be relegated. It is a must win. I do not think they can do it. Wolves at home, they've had a good season. 1.8, that has to be a banker.
Correct.
Is it your banker?
Why would you? Yeah. It's got to be. I've got 2 of them, to be fair. But yeah, why would you get away from that I mean, I
Mm,
cannot believe that it's 1.8.
yeah,
I
me
mean, you're up
too.
against a side who can't score goals.
Yeah.
They just honestly, it's amazing. Even when they got the result, Brighton beat Palace about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it was like a worldie from Glenn Murray and a worldie from Knockout, and they won.
Yeah.
Since then, they've hardly scored a goal. They've let in loads of goals. So for me, it's um, it's Wolves all the way.
I know, and at home as well. You know, it's an amazing price. Obviously Brighton, they just can't even find the back of the net. At the moment, 5 back-to-back losses with none of them scoring. My only slight worry is so last week took Barcelona. I can't remember the odds. No, I think it was like 1.7. You know, again, I was like, I can't believe these odds. So I just hope I'm not going to get burned. I don't know why they're priced like that. I just have to take it, especially considering Brighton's
Yeah. Just to
atrocious
let you
form.
know, it's Man City 2, Tottenham 2 in the first 12 minutes.
Jeez.
Tottenham went 2-1 up.
Oof, what a match. Ugh. All right.
Yeah.
Newcastle versus Southampton. Newcastle 2.5, draw 3.25, and Southampton 3.25, 15th and 16th. To be honest with you, I looked at this match. I can't really find anything. Kind of a lean towards Saints, to be honest with you. Um, but I just think that they can be hit or miss. The reverse, obviously, 0-0 draw. What do you like?
I like Newcastle. I think they were overpriced at 2.5. I was expecting them to be 1.8. And the way they play Southampton at the moment, they're trying to play like Leicester used to play. Happy with
Mm,
35% of the ball, hit teams on the break, especially at home, suck them in. Now the thing is with Newcastle, that they're decent. I mean, they got the win at Leicester uh, 2 weeks ago. I think they've only been beat by um, Arsenal. Apart from that, they've been really strong. They're starting to play the same team week in, week out. I think at 2.5, this will probably be my banker over the Wolves game, but only
okay.
because it's 2.5 and not 1.8.
Yeah, bankers get 2 units for the record.
Mm.
All right, Everton versus Manchester United. Manchester United 2.3, Everton 3.3, and the draw 3.55. Now, you know I'm a Manchester United fan, but I have to say this has got an Everton win written over it. And I don't, again, if you're going for the value, are you going for Everton?
No, I'm going for the value, thinking that Man United at 2.3 are
Really?
absolutely
Based on how they
massive
played,
because
how they played yesterday?
and how they've been playing. They've been playing absolutely awful.
Yeah.
But if they've the only thing they've got is the Champions League to get in the top four. Now, listen, that's a tall order because remember they've got to go and play in the Manchester Derby. So, so if they just put a loss against that game, then this is they can't afford any other losses. So, I think they go there, and I think they'll have too much. 2.3, I think it's a gift.
Really? I don't know. On their turf, they've recently beat Arsenal 1-0, Chelsea
Arsenal,
2,
one of the worst away sides in the league.
Chelsea 2-0.
Yeah, Chelsea didn't turn up that day, did they?
Yeah,
And
but
listen,
I just don't think
it's a
Manchester United.
one-off.
I just don't think Manchester
It,
United are turning up. I was even,
well, they've got to.
I've been playing the both teams to score bet pretty much
Yeah,
most of the time. When I'm not even, I'm even scared that they won't even score. To be honest with you, and I think
right.
that they're deflated from their like Champions League fixture. All
Yeah, they
right,
could have scored two in the first 10 minutes, and then they've obviously contributed. Ashley
coulda,
Young
shoulda,
setting up
woulda,
Messi's
but they
first goal.
didn't, did they?
No, I know, but the thing is, they've got to produce if they're going to get in that top four. Even though
Yeah.
they may not, they may fall short. They cannot afford to go to Goodison Park and not win the game.
No, they can't. Totally, totally. Do they have as Alex calls it, the necessary firepower to be able to do it?
Well,
I'm
they've got
going
the
to go head to
firepower.
head.
It's the defenders I worry about.
I'm gonna take a stab, but I'm so scared. Why am I going ahead? I don't know. I just think it's got Everton written all over it. And I suppose on the good side, if Everton lose my money, but Manchester United win. So either way, I walk away a happy girl. Arsenal versus Crystal Palace now. This one I love. Arsenal 1.56, draw 4.5, and Crystal Palace 6.5. Arsenal obviously in good form. They do have their Europa League match at Napoli tomorrow. So obviously just something to bear in mind if you guys are watching this on replay. Um, they're obviously they are battling, third, fourth, fifth, very close, must win at home. Um, I am going for Arsenal with something else because obviously 1.56 is low. What do you like?
I was going to go Palace at 6.5. I was going to do it because Palace are so strong. Don't worry, you can sigh because I'm not going for Palace. I think this is an absolute moral Alex classic. I think that because they're so bad. I mean, you think the Arsenal, all the defenders Arsenal have got to choose from, all the defenders Manchester United have got to choose from. I couldn't find you a decent back four, or even playing three centre halves. I couldn't find you a decent back five. So I expect Palace to score. Now it's whether Arsenal take their chances. Remember, Palace have already been to the Etihad and won. Palace are a decent outfit, especially away from home. And with Arsenal's frailties at the back, they're overpriced. So I'm going to go Alex Classic at 2.
Yeah, but again, both teams to score was a really good bet to play with Arsenal based on their defence. But their last 4 wins have all been 1-0.
Yeah, but how they were 1-0
It seems
the
like
other
quite a
night.
difficult thing to like bet against. Now you're saying like Palace, and
No, I
I
haven't gone for Palace. I said I was going
no,
to go
but
for
like
Palace.
yeah,
I'm going for the Alex Classic. But I watched the game in depthly the other night against Watford. Watford bossed the game with 10 men. And Arsenal's goal was the keeper kicking it against Aubameyang, and it goes in. It's like Arsenal were an absolute joke at the back. I mean, I was watching them thinking, where are these players getting picked from? Monreal? No. Mustafi? No. It's just like, I just couldn't believe it. I mean, the keeper's doing the only good one in there. So I fully expect Palace to score.
all right.
If they score 2,
Yeah, I'm not. I was actually really surprised about this. I'm playing Arsenal and the under 4.5 goals. Even
which
if
is what?
odds of 2, odds of 2.
So do you think that Palace will score?
I wouldn't put money on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't. But listen, if we look at our season record, you've got 30 units of profit. So
Yeah, but
what
that
do
doesn't
I
mean I'm
know in
right
this
all
game?
the time.
Pardon?
I'm not right all the time. I've just been quite fortunate.
No, I know, but I'm not backing. I'm not going to put money on whether Crystal Palace will score or not. Playing the Arsenal in the
Yeah.
under 4.5 goals can have the Crystal Palace's goal or not. I don't think there's going to be any more than
Yeah.
4 goals
I
in the
know,
match. So
and I understand
that's
where
why
you're
I'm
going
playing it
from.
that way.
I know, I understand, but the same thing that I'm going to go for the Alex Classic because I think both teams will score, and if one of them gets a winner, then I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
You're
Oh yeah, no,
putting all your
I definitely think that Arsenal will win.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was feeling very confident about that bet until I just
No,
had this conversation with you. I
I
was
was so
really,
close
it
to
was even
going
going to be a
Palace at
banker. I
6.5.
was like, wow, the odds. I loved it. And you've not feeling very confident, but I'm going to stick with my
No.
gut and go with it. There's been a few times that you've tried to convince me out of my bets of late, and they won. So I'm going to continue. Cardiff versus Liverpool now. Liverpool 1.23, draw 6.5, and Cardiff at 15. Obviously, Liverpool cannot afford to lose a single match. Man City, a match in hand. If they lose this, can you imagine if they lost this match to Cardiff? They would never live that down. But I can't find value, and again, I'm scared. Cardiff, I just don't know whether they can be trusted. So fighting relegation. So for that reason, I'm not playing the match. What do you like?
No, near enough copy and paste what you've said.
Yeah.
I mean, I fancy a 3-0, but Cardiff will keep going, and they might get a goal in the 88th minute, 3-1, and you end up leaving your money behind.
Yes.
I only see a Liverpool win. Is it half time, full time? Is it draw half time? Liverpool full time? You're guessing, but the one thing you do know is Liverpool will win. So no, I just can't get involved in the game.
Yeah,
Pass.
yeah. And a team that is fighting relegation, you just don't know. They've got the home advantage, you know. Yes, I completely agree. All right. Finally, Chelsea versus Burnley, Monday night on the television. Chelsea 1.29, draw 6.1, and Burnley 12. Obviously, Burnley seem to have turned a corner, 3 back-to-back wins now, but they have been to, well, Wolves, Bournemouth, and Cardiff. They now obviously head to Chelsea. What do you like here?
I like Chelsea. I'm going to play Chelsea under 2.5 at 2.25. But I wouldn't put anyone off going Burnley double chance, and I wouldn't put anyone off having Burnley at 12, because Burnley are the type of side that could beat up Chelsea if it's their day. I was going to do an Alex Classic, but I just thought, and I think Alex Classic was like 1.9. But then when I saw that just under 2, I think it'll be a close game.
I think it's going to be a
really
close
do.
game. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
playing Chelsea in the under 3.5 goals at 2.05. Chelsea have conceded just 10 goals at home. I think it will be super tight. But again, maybe actually I didn't even look at it, but giving Burnley a plus on the Asian handicap, something like a +1, +1.5. They've got to with odds of 12. There's got to be something I didn't think about that one. But yeah, ones to look at. But no, I like that
Well,
one.
I mean, at 12, you'd probably get a decent price on giving Burnley +2,
Yeah, I'm just going to pull it out now and have a look.
because that's just monstrously big.
That is quite a gulf, isn't it? I think that's not quite quite fair. Let's have a look.
I mean, I was obviously going through it all, and then you go through it all, and then you go through it all, and I was thinking, how mad would it be to have a Crystal Palace and Burnley double?
Burnley +1.5 is 2.14.
Okay.
2-goal lead. That's not bad. I like that one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
2.5, you mean?
+1.5.
So what, if they get beat by 2, you lose?
Yeah.
All right, okay. So, all right. Yeah, see, I don't like
with
the
the
0.5s, do I?
All right, so those are the 10 matches broken down. Just to recap, you guys, and what goes onto our record, we will run through them all. And start us off, Flash. What are you going to go for?
I'm going for West Ham at home at 3.4. I'm going for Wolves at 1.8. I'm going with Newcastle to win at 2.5. I'm going with Manchester United to win at 2.3. I'm going with Arsenal and Crystal Palace, both teams to score on over 2.5 at 2. And I'm going Chelsea, Burnley, under 2.5 goals at 2.25. My banker is Newcastle at 2.5.
Did you give a 2-team parlay?
No, but if someone wanted to push me, I'd go for Wolves and Newcastle.
All right, but not for your record, officially not one.
No, I don't need it.
It's not about needing. It's like, nah, I'm good. I've got my 30 units of profit. Thank you very much. All right. I am going for, let's order my notes here. I am going to go for Bournemouth and the over 1.5 goals at 1.9. I'm going to go for, I'm so tempted on the Watford win, I have to say, at 1.86, but you think no. Okay, I'm gonna listen to you on that one time. Leicester win at 2.3. I'm going for the Wolves win at 1.8, and that is my banker. I'm going for the Everton win at 3.3. Why not? I'm going to go for Arsenal and the under 4.5 goals at odds of 2. And I'm going to go for Chelsea and the under 3.5 goals at odds of 2.05. So yeah, my banker. I'm not going to go and do a 2-team parlay either. What are you doing? Yeah, why not? What are you going to? Well, you are giving a parlay because now you're doing an ACCA on the lower leagues. So
yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I am, and I would tell people to beware of League One and League Two at the moment. There's a lot of teams that are running out of gas. There's a few funny results. I mean, last week I had a 4-timer. I did a 5-timer and a 4-timer. Just mixed them up, and my 4-timer got let down by Sunderland scoring 4 at home and getting beat 5-4. But that's led me to one of my selections this week, which is Coventry scored 5 away at Sunderland last week. And this week they entertained Bradford, who are bottom of the league. They're rudderless. They even, this is how bad Bradford are. They equalised in the 90th minute away at Bristol Rovers.
Yeah.
Bristol Rovers being one of my selections last week.
Mm-hmm.
Bristol Rovers went straight up down the other end and scored. And they got beat 3-2. So 1.75, shop around. You might get a little bit bigger. Coventry, my first selection at home to Bradford. My other one is probably the form team in the whole division. Charlton Athletic away at Oxford, 2.6. Charlton hardly let any goals in, and they've got far too much for this side. Don't worry if it's still 0-0 deep into the game, because they're patient and they have got superior quality, and I'm sure that they'll get the job done. And at 2.6, I couldn't even believe that was the price. I had to keep looking to see if that was wrong. Now, I'm going to go in the Championship for the sides that are desperado to keep points for this Premier League crown or Premier League dream, and they are. And these are all mad, like 1.4s and 1.35s. But Preston at home to already relegated Ipswich. Preston, bully boys in this league outside of the top 6. They get their pants pulled down and they get a smacked backside against the top 6. The rest, they beat. Okay, Norwich at home to Sheffield Wednesday. Leeds beat Sheffield Wednesday 1-0 last week. Could have been 15 if it wasn't for the keeper. I've not seen a side who have done so well as Sheffield Wednesday have over the last 12, 13 weeks that have no pace throughout the side. They have one player who can run, and that's the right back, Palmer. Just complete and utter mismatch for me, Norwich and Sheffield Wednesday. Leeds at home to Wigan. Leeds play the game the right way. They all go, like, one goes to close down, the other one's already moving all over the pitch to make sure that they don't get out. And they have belief and they score goals. Swansea at home to Rotherham. Swansea have found a bit of form recently, put a few younger bones in the squad, and it's paid dividends for him. So Swansea at home to Rotherham. And the other one is Aston Villa away at Bolton. Bolton right down there. Villa are probably the side that no one wants in the playoffs. Scoring goals, creating chances, and they're not letting as many goals in as they were. So it's Villa, Swansea, Leeds, Norwich, Preston.
Yeah.
I've just put all 5 of them in together, and it pays 7-1.
7-1, yeah, odds of 8. And by the way, Swansea is a straight bet as well if you wanted to play it. Swansea is odds of 2. Preston as well at home, 1.62. Could be as well of a single bet. And I just forgot with the Wolves Brighton game. I do have 2 bets for the match, and I didn't say the second one. And it's Wolves -1 at 2.55, and it's not your European, it's Asian handicap. So if they only win by 1 goal, then I get then it's a push. I think it should be played.
See, this is the other
Brighton aren't
advantage.
even scoring, and I think personally, I think Wolves are winning this 1 or 2-0. So I think it just should just be played. So for my record, I'm doing Wolves win 1.8, which is my banker, but I'm also doing Wolves -1 at 2.55.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Flash.
You're welcome.
All right.
You're
It was a pleasure. Just the 2 of us, Flash. Just the 2 of us.
Just
and
the 2
best
of us.
luck with your bets. I've got a 4-day holiday. Can you believe it? Obviously, including the weekends, but I have tomorrow and Friday off. Alex is going to be hosting the
So
Best
are
Bet
we
show.
on next Wednesday then, yeah?
We are, yes.
Because there is
next
some midweek
Wednesday.
games next week, isn't there?
There's what?
There's some midweek games next week.
I haven't done the schedule yet.
Yeah.
I have not
Okay,
done
we'll
the
have a look.
schedule. If there's midweek games, then that means we're on Monday as well. Monday and Thursday. One of
Is
those
it, but
weeks.
it's Easter Monday, isn't it? So you're asking
We
us to
don't
work
have
bank
Easter
holiday now?
Monday here, actually. They do. It's Thursday and Friday. There's
Oh,
no
okay.
there's no Easter Monday. And do you know what else they don't have
Okay.
here? Is Easter. They don't. Well,
Christmas.
actually, this is the first year that I've seen Easter eggs. But they're like
Oh,
little
okay.
ones, and they're like $20. I'm like, God, I'd like just like an
No one
egg
likes
shaped.
chocolate
I'm
that
like, I'm not
much.
paying $20 for a bloody Easter egg. And so, but
No.
it's the first time I've seen them though. But we don't have like in England where it's just like a massive Easter eggs. We don't have them here at all.
I'm not a chocolate eater, so I'm not really that bothered by them.
No, but I don't know. They were kind of like fun, weren't they? They're kind of like fun and Easterish. So,
We all just sick after you've eaten them.
no, well, I'm not a chocolate fan actually. I'm a cheese girl. I like cheese.
Yeah.
Glass of wine and cheese at night. That's like my
There you
treat,
go.
not chocolate.
All right. Nice gorgonzola.
All right. Okay, let's get to the match. We're talking away. It's Man City is up 3-3. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's close the show. Let's get to the match. Flash, an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Thank you very much for
Cheers,
watching,
Matt.
guys,
Thanks for having me.
and best of luck.